For over 40 years I have been in this business. The trust my clients have placed in me is so important. This is about continuing the growth of this business on that trust and the standard we have set. This is about what it takes to stay on top.
So, what have you brought me today?
I have brought you tribute.
I kind of heard that you had this, and I haven't been hands-on with this yet. And this is so sad because it's been out for years. It's already discontinued. I passed on this watch twice. I passed on it at $13,000. I passed on it at $13,500 because I thought it was too expensive. Oh, man.
It's loud. It's a loud
so
dial.
Good though. Oh yeah, and it's like not even worn. So, Oyster Perpetual Coral. A personal favorite watch. Man, all right, we gotta try this on.
I knew you'd like it. The second I caught it, I was like, yeah, George is gonna want this.
Did you see the 5712R behind you?
Ooh, I like Nautiluses, you know that.
Just got that back. Oh, and with the suit, come on now.
Ooh, George has got a new watch. You could trade me your GMT.
Yeah, I like my GMT too much, man. So here at Oliver Smith, our buy-sell trade campaign has done incredibly well. To say we've been buying like crazy would be a complete understatement. We are being selective in what we're buying, but that also leads to some pretty cool stuff showing up at the store. Oh, that's really good. So we just got this back from service. Remember how that left versus how it came back. I'm sorry, man. Patek has the best polishing department, full stop. That thing looks so good.
Even better than AP?
You know what, probably equivalent, but man, because that thing left rough. So what they had to have done was actually laser weld metal back on,
yeah,
and then polish down to the point where it's perfect, because that looks brand new to me.
It does.
And that's why you send it. That's why you send it sometimes. Our guys are good, Patek's better, you know, when it comes to this kind of a thing.
Wasn't this like a year turnaround time though?
Yeah, there was a bit of confusion between us and Patek. It was a solid 10 months for sure that was out, but it's good to have it back. Yeah. Congrats on this, man. That's fantastic.
Oh, I'm leaving it with you, my friend.
I like that.
Leaving it with you, because I might be leaving here with this. No, I'm just kidding. We've been buying a lot of watches lately, and well, George and Ryan have been teaching me how to buy watches, and of course Oliver. Everything from Rolex to AP to Longa, Omega, Breitling, really the whole gambit of Swiss brands right now. But I'll leave that here with y'all. You guys can enjoy that one for a little bit.
Very good, yeah. I will.
Yeah, I just someone came in with it, and I'm like, I have to have this piece. And then, so the interesting fact that I learned through my little bit of internet research that I do because I don't sleep at all. So there's a way to tell on the Rolex serial card, it only has the reference number for the OPs.
Yep.
The way to tell what dial color originally was from the factory is the white hang tag. The 0007 designation is
that color code?
Yes, that's the only way to tell. It's not listed on the warranty card. So I found that out doing some internet research.
Hey. Yeah, dude, look at how good this is, man.
I mean, it's hot.
Only seen one of these before.
I know.
That looks really good.
Yeah, condition's remarkable. I just really like that watch.
Yeah.
All right. Can't take all the puppies home.
You can if you got enough credit cards.
And here at the store, we've been buying on a daily basis. Now, when I say selective, I do mean selective. We've been buying just top of the line stuff right now, but what I like here too is that you'll see a lot of stuff you don't get a chance to see other places. We like to be the place that you can come and try on the stuff you only get a chance to read about.
Yeah, that's a stunner though. I mean, that really is a stunner.
What are you asking?
18.4.
It's cheap.
Yeah,
I mean for the watch, that's a crazy statement, but it actually is.
How many? I mean, this is the first one I've ever seen in person.
Yeah. You and me both.
Learned a couple tips and tricks of buying. My favorite one though is one Ryan taught me. We've had a couple people come in with Rolexes, and Rolexes are probably the one watch that's faked the most, at least that we see. So there was one watch that came in, and it looked really good. You know, everything about it looked kind of right. And I called Ryan and I said, "What do you think?" And he goes, "Smell the box." And I'm like, well, what do you mean? He goes, smell the box. So, in front of the client, I open the box up, and I give it a good sniff. And Ryan says, what does it smell like? And I go, glue. And he goes, it's fake. And that's my favorite trick, how to tell if a Rolex box is fake or real. If it smells like glue.
So, kind of weird. This morning out of the blue, I had a client's friend hit me up via WhatsApp, and he's looking to thin his herd.
Okay.
I was like, all right, cool, you know. But I kind of let him know too that selling straight to us, you know, maybe not going to be as much money as you want, kind of a thing. But one of the watches was that yellow gold meteorite dial Daytona, which I like, and we haven't seen a whole lot of. So I kind of we talked pricing, went back and forth a little bit, and you know maybe even talk consignment, but especially those price points, I kind of like to have it pre-sold.
Absolutely, yeah.
Then out of the blue, Emery and Aspen had somebody reach out to him about the same watch. So I was kind of going, hey,
Never a good sign.
well, so I'm kind of going, hey, is it the same guy? And it turns out it's not. So a watch we haven't seen in the metal, but maybe once. You got that one in, and it just bounced out of here. Now I've got two separate guys looking to sell it. Now that scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
So one client was trying to sell it to us on the same day another client was trying to sell it to us. And basically what that tells us as the buyers is that we know that there's more out there in the market, more people are getting these watches. And it's kind of a red flag to us when we get multiple offers per day on the same watch.
People are being offered the watch. They're going out there, they're looking at Chrono, they're looking at the different sites, and they're going, hey, I can make money on this. So they're saying yes to something they don't really want.
Yep.
And then they're looking to offload it.
Well, they're undercutting the market. That's basically what they're trying to do.
Trying to,
right? So if they're out there for 105, they're going to try to get 100 for it, which then brings down the market as well. So if we buy this one, guys, at
do you
100,
know what retail is on that?
It
said like inquire.
It's got to be somewhere, because I think for the full gold bracelets, they're around 40. For the standard Daytona, it's like 39.
So call it 50.
I don't even think there's that much of a premium. Maybe 43.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. So 60 grand.
So people looking for like a double up plus. Okay.
Over a double up on it, but that's what I think is going to happen, is that people are going to keep trying to get these watches, undercut the market, and then that's what drives the price down.
Yeah,
I
people
mean,
keep undercutting each other.
It's the same thing when the Riddler or Sprite, whatever you want to call it, when it first came out, it was $48,000 when it hit the market. Now look at it, we have one in the case right now for $19,900. So
and that makes sense too, because it's always going to be that spike to be the first kid on the block with a new toy.
The more you actually supply the market with watches, it basically kind of dilutes it a little bit and then brings that watch down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Absolutely. And there's more guys that don't really know what they're doing, and they're selling. I mean, let's be honest.
Your
average guy that can get a watch like that doesn't really know the market that well, and guess what happens? That he short sells himself, and then it brings down the market for everybody else.
Hurts and hurts and hurts and hurts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's like a snowball effect.
Yeah. So let's just be careful.
Yep. I say probably hold off for right now and see what happens.
Cautious.
Yeah.
Cautious.
Exactly.
So just arrived to see the installation of the showcases. First time I've ever made wall showcases, and we're very excited about this, how these are going to work. Got a great contractor and a cabinet shop, AK Studios, did it. Compress softly, gently to that hinge. And we have a desk back here, and then up top here you can kind of see the grate coming in. So the grate's going to run all the way down, and from the grate are going to be shimmering panels of acrylic that will hang down. That's going to be open ceiling. And then over here, you can't go in here right now, but this is Patek. It looks like they just setting the floor, all the floor, and then putting some marble on the walls over there, some black marble. This is going to be an LED screen, so things are coming along nicely.
Eddie has really taken Oliver's vision and turned it into what he refers to as whispering luxury or quiet luxury, which I really feel like they've captured, and we're seeing that starting to come together as the case lines show up, and we start to see their vision for the space. It's a very exciting time. I'm very excited to see how it all turns out. In my opinion, it's really important to partner with someone who shares the same values and standards as Oliver Smith, and also appeal to a broader client base. So for us to look for and to partner with people in the community, no matter who they are, that can help us do that really makes a huge difference, not only in how we're perceived, but in our marketing capabilities.
And so we've had brand ambassadors in the past, like Alvin Gentry, former Phoenix Suns head coach, and professional golfer Billy Horschel. And now we have our newest brand ambassador, Ish Wainwright from the Phoenix Suns. What an outstanding guy that we've picked to become part of our team. I mean, this guy is great. He gives back to the community as well, so we have very similar beliefs in that. But yeah, and we're super proud of him. He just actually got extended for the 2023-2024 season, so we couldn't be happier for the guy. But yeah, we're super happy to have him part of our family. So continue with our tradition of sponsoring Phoenix Suns head coaches. We actually just sponsored Phoenix Suns head coach Monty Williams. If you guys don't know Monty Williams, he actually was an NBA player for a number of seasons. He had his first assistant job with the Spurs under Greg Popovich. He then became the Pelicans head coach, and then now our head coach. He actually took us to the 2021 finals. Monty was actually coach of the year that he actually brought us to the finals. I mean, that's the feather in his cap for his career, I would say, for getting something like that. Hopefully it can bring us to the promised land as well. That'd be great as well. So we're all rooting for him and the Suns.
In all the chaos of opening these new stores and this new project, the silver lining and the bright light has been the amazing team we've been able to assemble for these stores. Paul Riggs is someone I actually met years ago when he was working in a different watch store, and I went in to introduce myself. I was still living in Aspen, I was in town, and he definitely gave me the cold shoulder. He knew who I was, and he was, I think, nervous that I was spying or doing things, and genuinely I just wanted to introduce myself, and he was not having it. So that was always my impression of him. I was like, okay, well, who's that guy? But I'd heard great things about him, and we have team members currently who had worked with him before, and they're like, no, Paul's fantastic, you're gonna love him.
Hi, my name is Paul Riggs. Been in the industry here in Arizona since I was 19 years old, actually, with Torno, actually where I met a lot of the guys that are already here, George, Ryan, Bill, John, everybody else. We all kind of came from the same background. I moved on to Hyde Park Jewelers, where I actually managed their Breitling, Hublot, IWC boutiques, and then later took over the main Hyde Park store with a full-blown Rolex boutique as well.
We brought him in for some interviews. I'm like, this guy's killer. He is super serious about his profession, but in the best way. Has fantastic ideas. I might try to have to recruit him to the marketing team one day because he's always coming up with great new ideas and thoughts, and he's the perfect guy to have in that space because he's also really warm and welcoming.
After years of them coming after me, I finally made the move, came over here, and got to be a part of the new boutique that we're building in Fashion Square. So working with the full Panerai boutique as well as the Oliver Smith side and expanding that side of the business in the Scottsdale market, which is a really exciting opportunity to be a part of.
We were so very lucky to be able to hire him in this role because I know he is the person who can take this to another level and increase the ability for Oliver Smith to reach out to a different and more broad clientele.
Honestly, I mean, a big part of the reason why I'm here, Oliver just culturally as a company understands the work-life balance. I've got a wife and 2 kids at home. I can't keep working 70 hours a week and never see them. That's why I work, is for them. I just get to also play with a passion of mine, which is timepieces, jewelry, diamonds, custom, all that kind of fun stuff that I really enjoy doing and drawing and using my art in the background.
He is an incredible entrepreneur, an incredible salesperson, more importantly, just a really decent human being.
A family man, which we love, prioritizes his family, prioritizes a work-life balance, but also works hard. So he couldn't be a better fit.